I want to present this to you in the sheriff office. You can have this as a gift. Everybody, round of applause. This is a very educational thing. Very, very educational here in America. So we want to take the pleasure and the honor. I know we have on the program that you will be the next person giving your greetings and your message. So we thought that we'll kill two birds with one stone, get you up on stage, present you this before, and the microphone is all yours. The Honorable Sheriff in Town, BSO, Mr. Sheriff Gregory Tony.
Thank you.
We need a louder round of applause for him.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for the fabulous introduction and the gift. In the great spirit of continuing on and make sure we get more money, I'm going to start the first bid at $10,000. Got to have a little fun, guys. First of all, thank you all for the tremendous opportunity to be here and just speak. When I first got the invitation and recognizing that one of my own, a very dear friend of mine, my executive officer, Colonel Ahmed, is going to be honored today, it was most certainly kind of nerve-wracking. I've had the very pleasure of turning this person who was a sergeant originally into a major, into a colonel, into my executive officer, to my brother. And I have seen the impact that he has had on this entire community and what he has been able to do for me as an individual, being able to take our differences in our religious segments and integrate them as one in our office and then for our community. I joke all the time and I say, well, you know, I pray once a day. Thank goodness he prays 5 times a day because of the nature and task of what we do. So much of what we do in this profession can be summarized in service. Some say protect and serve, some say crime reduction, some says community policing. It is all service. And everything I've been able to do over the last 4 years, I think back into a memory of success. And my colonel, my friend, my brother has been there. And so what I wanted to do today, not only recognize how important this 40th anniversary and this event is, but in a moment he's going to be called across this stage and he's going to be given an award, which is very much deserving, but what you don't get a chance to hear is about the character of the individual. Numerous times throughout my administration, I've had to negotiate with him to promote him. When I first came into the organization, I was dropped off on January 11th, 2019. Nobody knew I was coming, including myself. And he was the first individual that I had a chance to meet. He was assigned in counterterrorism. He was working my security component. And he was running across a parking lot with his earpiece in like he was protecting the president. And I remember joking in the car and was like, who is he protecting? And it was me. But throughout that time, there has been a lot of hardship, a lot of difficulties, and he has been there to guide me, mentor me, shape me, train me, educate me, and hold my hand in prayer and cry with me. That's the part you don't see, is that on the other side of this uniform is a human being. And I have emotions and passions and compassions that everyone has. And I can't imagine having any success had he not been by my side through this entire process and this entire experience. And so I'm so happy and delighted that you all have taken the time to recognize how pivotal he has been, not just as a law enforcement officer, but as a senior ranking Muslim in one of the 3rd largest sheriff's office in the United States. It's unprecedented. But he speaks to what the capabilities are when we put our differences aside, put our biases aside, and judge people truly, like Dr. King said, based on their character and the content that they bring collectively into your environment. Secondly, I'd have to say thank you to his wife, Sarah, who sees him probably 2 hours a week based on the enormous amount of events and work obligations that we have consistently, knowing and giving up all his time away from his family. I don't know how you do it, but thank God that you're doing it. So many people in this room, in this county, in addition to those who are online watching, have no idea what it's like to be in this role. And you're only going to be successful depending upon your support network that you have both home and the type of people you have surrounding you in the office. And I'm proud that throughout the last 4 years, again, going back to the colonel here, We've made a lot of changes in this organization. We're the most diverse administration in the history of the agency, and I would challenge any other public safety organization in the United States to look at what we've done. We've promoted, and we have a cross-section from Muslims, Christians, Jews, Black, white, Hispanic. None of that matters, and I think you heard me say it in one of our videos that was played here today about the importance of recognizing that the patch on this sleeve says Broward County, and there's no division in that. And I think that's a practice that we all can take on in our personal lives, our professional lives, is to not get caught and segmented in the things that make us different, but look at the things that make us so much more alike. Every single one of us have ambitions and goals to live a happy life, a fulfilling life, to see our families have success and develop. And that's something that we can all gravitate towards, regardless of what religious faith that you're practicing. So I'd like to say thank you before he comes across this stage to Benny for being all that I could have possibly imagined and sticking by my side when it was tough, guiding me the right way, and being just a good man. One of the things I really had a chance to learn is much more about the Islamic faith. And that's a delight for me. It truly is. There is so much more connecting us than it is dividing us when we're talking about different faiths. And had you not presented that, if you had not brought me into your personal circle and have that level of trust and confidence that it would be accepted, I would be less of a man. So to all of you, again, thank you so much for honoring us today. Give me a chance to come here and speak. Thank you for taking the time out and recognizing a fabulous asset and man that we have in our organization. Sarah, thank you once again for all your contributions. Adam's a little too young right now for me to thank him, but I'll thank him in probably 4 years. And then I also want to take a moment of personal privilege to say thank you to one of our formerly elected officials, Mr. Del Honis, who is up on the congressional side and seeking that office. I have the distinct pleasure to congregate, socialize, and work with an enormous amount of elected officials throughout this county and in this country. And what I can tell you, there is no one better suited to be a champion for all communities than what I've seen with Commissioner Honis. And so, sir, I'm happy to see you here, but I'm not surprised to see you here. To one other special guest, I have to point out really quickly, I am a doctorate student at Nova Southeastern University, and I've had the honor to participate in Dr. Telesco's class, and just a brilliant woman. And thank you for the guidance and support throughout my educational components that I'm seeking. And thank you for the A I got last semester. It was tough, guys. So thank you, enjoy your dinner, and I look forward to doing this every year that I'm in office. So take care, folks. Thank you.